Alright, so this is kind of a little bit of deja vu right now. But since you missed the first part of this deja vu, I'll tell you what happened at the end. I didn't actually get to film it. What I finally decided to do was to just stretch out the skin and nail it to the banisters on my deck, and let it dry that way. The only problem with that is we weren't supposed to have any rain for the next 2 days, and we did, which means I ended up not having enough time for it to dry completely before having to bring it in when we were supposed to have 2 or 3 days of rain. So when I brought it in, I kind of thought that it would be okay, and it wasn't. It ended up getting all rippled because it hadn't finished drying before I took it down. It felt pretty dry, but it wasn't completely dry. So I noticed that the fur, this is probably going to sound silly to some of you people, but the fur smelled a little bit funky. I don't mean bad funky, I just mean it smelled like an animal. Because, it's a deer skin. But I'm not particularly fond of that smell, so I washed it with some nice smelling stuff to kind of get rid of a little bit of that smell. And I figured soaking the fur down would help soften up the skin at least a little bit, hopefully. And I'm going to try and stretch it back out so that it can hopefully flatten out a little bit. And then after it does that, I'll probably trim off the edges that are really hard, and just hang it on my wall. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll figure it out from there. So I'm going to do that, and then you can see basically what it looked like when I did it the first time. So let me see if I can get you a better angle without so much sunshine. There we go. So this is basically what it looks like. You can still see where there's kind of the ripples here where it dried unevenly. So hopefully leaving it there for a couple days will help it kind of straighten out a bit. And then I'll trim the edges here and the legs off. Try to salvage it as best I can. So that's all for this episode, and I'll let you know how it turns out next time. See ya.